Dempsey Hamilton is struggling to turn the tables on his supply chain problems. Before this year, it was easy to get the latest releases for his store, Mobius Records in Fairfax. The supply bottleneck now means he's ordering several months in advance, with no guarantee of getting the newest records for his customers.
I think they know we're doing the best we can as well. I mean, we really are adamant about trying to have our Friday releases and new releases for that week. But I think most people are hyper aware at this point that the whole world has shifted, and this is not just an isolated incident of supply and demand.
Vinyl sales, which had already been rising over recent years, have spiked during the coronavirus pandemic. Record sales in America topped 17 million in the first 6 months of this year, almost double the amount sold for the same period in 2020. The pandemic has created this uneven mismatch with increased demand but decreased supply, and that in turn is putting pressure on the presses. A nearby pressing plant is struggling to get the raw materials such as PVC and nickel that are nearly all shipped in from overseas.
It looks like what we call in manufacturing an infinite bottleneck, where exponentially the curve goes like this until it becomes infinite. And unless something drastic happens, we're looking across every industry at some real serious, ongoing, long-term problems.
Some experts say a supply chain crunch was on the cards even without the catalyst of the pandemic.
This was inevitable because we are used to operating our supply chains with less buffer. The focus in the past decades had been reducing the cost and reducing redundancies and operating more in a just-in-time manner.
The vinyl revival has pushed sales up, but until the supply chain issues ease, Hamilton still faces the challenge of keeping his turntables spinning with the latest releases. Nick Harper, CGTN, Fairfax, Virginia.